Okay, hi there. This is just going to be a very quick tutorial explanation about packing turntables and just some of the things that need to be done in order to make sure the turntable arrives safe and secure and undamaged. Unfortunately, even as I speak, I'm sure there are dozens of tables that are being delivered, shipped, and they're arriving damaged. And if you Google, you'll find hundreds of horror stories of turntables that arrive damaged because they aren't packed properly. These are extraordinarily complex and fragile machines, and certain things need to be done. So I'm just going to cover just a couple things. It's not going to be really comprehensive. Maybe I'll do a comprehensive later. But this is basically for some sellers out there to go along with instructions, just so they get a visual aid of some of the things that can be done. Number one, you don't need a crazy huge box or double boxing and all kinds of stuff like that necessarily. I mean, you can do that if you want, but really it's more about judiciously using the stuff that you have. So for instance, I use Staples 22 by 18 by 12 is a good choice. It's $2.75. It's very compact. This is, it's flat right here, but once you fold it together, it's a really compact box, and it will reduce the shipping costs, which I'm sure a lot of people will like. And it's nice and sturdy. So it'll reduce the shipping cost, and you can do that and still pack a table well. You really can. You can fit most tables in a box this size without any problems. Okay, so you can start with that, and then the first major thing that has to be done, and this is a parts table, so I'm just gonna, I can mess with it, but the first thing that has to be done, platter. Platter has to go. The platter cannot remain on here. It has to be taken off, put aside, put in a box, put below the table. Okay? Platter has to go. If the platter stays, it's a movable object. And all movable objects are subject to physics. And what's going to happen is that platter is going to pop right off. It's going to hulk smash into the arm, hulk smash into the dust cover, hulk smash into the drive gears, destroy that. If you've got an automatic table, guess what? By the time it arrives, it won't be automatic anymore. So the platter has to go. So just take it off, put it aside, wrap it, put it underneath the table. Next thing to do would be to take off the counterweight here from the end of the arm. Pull that off because, again, it's weight. It'll pull on the arm and it can damage the tone arm. So this has to come off. No questions about it. Same thing with the head shell and the cartridge. This also needs to be taken off. You can put that with the weight and wrap those, and also put those underneath the table. Wrap them, put them in a box, nice and secure, and underneath the table. Once you've got that done, the arm, well, you can't really take off the arm on most tables, so if you can't remove it, stabilize it. So just get a twist tie, rubber band, and secure the arm to the armrest, and that'll take care of that. And then the arm will be nice and safe. It really needs to be secured with a twist tie. If you don't do that, that'll just come loose. The arm will just, it's just going to swing the whole time. It'll probably end up ripping the tone arm wires that go through, and as well as mess with the bearings, and just basically make the arm useless. So all those things have to be followed. Movable objects, anything that can be removed needs to be taken off the table and and then placed under the table, wrapped nice and safe. But the main point of this really that I want to cover is the dust cover, because the dust cover is hugely important, and it's probably the main number one thing, first thing to get damaged when tables are shipped. The dust covers really need to be buffeted, cushioned from the rest of the table, and from outside forces, aka whoever's shipping. All right, so, and it's not that hard to do. it really, one way to do it that I'm going to show here, it's really about cushioning. The whole turntable thing is about cushioning, or that's really one of the ways to really help. And what you can do is just get some bubble wrap, roll it up, okay, roll up the bubble wrap like this, and make a nice pillow, okay? And you use this pillow on all four sides like this. So you can make a nice little square pillow like that, and you can see, it doesn't involve all kinds of bubble wrapping all over the place and a ton. It's just how you use it, okay? Of course, others will say you'll want to bubble wrap the arm as well, which is a very good idea. You probably should bubble wrap the arm, and maybe take some cardboard, you know what I mean, and make a tunnel around the arm like so, strap it. That's also a very, very good idea. But still, at the very least, do this thing right here, because what'll happen is that the dust cover will be cushioned. Okay, it'll be nice and cushioned like this, and you can even press down on it yourself. Just go up and down, and you'll see just how well it absorbs the impact of you doing that. It does it really, really well. And if you've got it nice and thick like this, not just one layer, because believe me, that's what happened to this. This one was sent to me with one layer after only 3 days in transit, and it got busted. No, you need a nice thick pillow, and then it'll absorb. So along there and along the sides and the rear. Okay, so you do that, and of course it goes without saying the table itself should be bubble wrapped. Don't want to say assume, but really it should be bubble wrapped. But with the same idea in mind, you can even use the same technique, make more of these, and again, put at the front of the table and the sides and the rear, okay? Because again, it's about cushioning from the impact, protecting from the outside forces. Okay, so bubble wrap the dust cover, okay? Bubble wrap the dust cover and bubble wrap the table, okay, front, sides, and rear, and then make sure to have these cushions, okay? So you're talking about 3 different elements of bubble wrap. You don't have to go super crazy on the dust cover bubble wrap. Just you can do, I would say, 1 layer around, and then you can do multiple layers on top to protect it from the top. And then the last thing you can do really is to just get some priority flat rate small boxes, for instance, put them into box form, okay, make them into the boxes, and then tuck those in at the front, sides, and the rear, because again, they're not super stiff, so they'll absorb the impact without transferring all of that to the table. No styrofoam, no peanuts. That both of those are just kind of useless and will only, in the case of styrofoam, just transfer the energy to the table and can still cause damage. Okay, so bubble wrap is really key. The priority flat rate boxes, they're free, and you can just get as many as you want. They really, really will help you in creating that cushion. You could also do that same thing on top. Get a large one, make a cushion. So that's just a quick little explanation. And again, all that should be able to fit into a box like this, no problem, and fit snugly. So again, you're reducing the shifting. Oh, forgot to mention, tape everything. Everything has to be strapped together. If you strap it together, it won't shift. Super, super important. Strap together, it won't shift. So that's kind of it, and that should help a lot. Okay? Thanks.